Mr. Anderson. Pleasure seeing you here, Mr. Anderson. Fancy seeing you here, Mr. Anderson. If you don't get that reference, you need to go watch all the Matrix movies right now. Don't do anything else until you watch those movies. Your life will improve drastically. Gotta escape the Matrix, bro. I was at one of my producer's houses yesterday, and he had the Matrix on. He told me that, I didn't know about this. There's this term called red pilling, or the red pill. A lot of Republicans used that. He said was ironic because I guess the creators or the writers of the Matrix are they're transgender women. I guess that means dude turned into a girl. Not really sure. Kind of funny, kind of ironic. I rewatched all the Matrix movies this summer with my fam. My mom was like, "Oh my gosh, like they just said AI. These movies came out like in the 90s and early 2000s. I'm like, bruh, mother, AI is not a new concept. We've been knowing about this. Pandora's box, bruh. I recently, I was at this Friendsgiving, and I was taught this word called based. Someone said like that's based, and I've been hearing it all over, and I just act like I know what it means, but I didn't really. So I was like, what is that word? He was like, oh, like your dad is based, like this is based. I'm like, is it good or bad? He's like, it's like a right term. Like, I was like, okay, great. Is it good or bad? He was like, it's good, but it's just like, it just is based. So I did some research, some Urban Dictionary lookups. Dude, I hear this noise like it's raining, but it's just not raining. It is crazy. I'll figure it out. It's like, what is going on? Are there just little bugs on the ground just jumping up and down? Anyways, it sounds like the freaking grass is frying like bacon. I don't know if y'all can hear that right now. Look, check this out. I don't know. I don't know, Mr. Anderson. Anyways, based. What's based? It comes from based in reality. It's like short for based in reality. Like if something's based, it's like, all right, he's not fooling around. He's not in the Matrix. He's not brainwashed by the media. He's based in reality, the real reality. I think it's funny because it's kind of like the opposite. Like it means like red pilling, honestly. Because in the Matrix, if he takes the red pill, he leaves the Matrix. Okay, now this is actually real rain. He takes the blue pill. He stays in fairyland. He stays convinced that the Matrix is real. Okay? So, the libs say they're woke, like they're awake. They're not asleep. They're not in the dream state. Okay? It's interesting because I'm thinking, what would I do if I were Neo in the Matrix? Like, think about it really. You take the red pill, okay? And you take the red pill and you leave the Matrix, you escape the Matrix, you're in the real reality. Or you take the blue pill and you stay in fairyland, you are convinced that the Matrix is what is real, but it's not reality. It's the Matrix. What would you do? It's easy to say I want to like go to reality, but it's torturous. It's like to escape the Matrix is to break the chains of being a slave. But in this scenario, the slave life of being a slave to the machines is actually bliss because your ignorance to the truth that you are a slave. This is actually really deep. If you're a slave to something, like you're a slave to drugs or to sex, to break the chains might be painful, but you'll be free. Now, are you willing to compromise the pleasure for the freedom? It depends what freedom means to you. Some people will be like, are we in a matrix? Oh, this is a glitch in the matrix. Like when something like a crazy coincidence happens, or like this is proof of the matrix. Does it make a difference whether we are or aren't? I mean, we know this. It's funny because, libs say woke. What's it called? Republicans, conservatives say based, but they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying that they're not in the matrix. But really, the matrix is the media, bro. It's like there's this, one of my buddies in college, I guess, just dressed up as a Jew for Halloween. And he had, this is all I'm going to say is just a Halloween costume, but he had like a hand puppet, and it had a little guy. This is a picture he took of himself, and it said media on it, and then he's dressed up. I'm not going to describe his costume because I could get in trouble, but the caption of this picture was, "Beautiful weather we're controlling." Funny. That would be like a Matrix joke. But what would you do? What would you do if you knew that the truth was revealed, the curtain is unveiled? If you knew that you would not be in bliss anymore. You would be in the battle, but you would know the truth. Now, I say truth comes first. I like to say I would know the truth, but in the moment, all you gotta do is take a pill. In the moment, I mean, you can just live life as you know it, not even worry about the truth. I mean, now I wonder. I think in the movie if he takes the blue pill, he forgets this, so he's not going to be cognizant of the fact that he's living in a lie. I think that that's an important distinguisher. If I were to be shown that this is all a lie, I think I would want to know the truth, even if it might be painful. I don't know. It's so hard to say. Like anyone in conversation could be like, "Oh yeah, I want to know the truth." Like it's so easy to say that, but in the moment, who knows? You don't want to be awake, but you want to be based in reality. You want to take the red pill. Honestly, leave a comment, blue pill or red pill. Are you much in the blue pill to stay in bliss, in the blissful lie, or are you much in the red pill? You're much in the red pill to reveal the truth, though it may be painful. We're just going to go ahead and say it's guaranteed to be painful. I think I got to know the truth. Because if everything's a lie, then nothing means anything, Pure nihilism. If all you told were lies, then your words essentially mean nothing. Because you're saying things that aren't true. There's a lot more things that aren't true than that are true. Think about it, Like there are so many more people that don't exist than that do exist. Like your brother Mike, your cousin Tom. Unless you have a brother Mike and a cousin named Tom, but I don't have either one of those. You can take every name, every word, and make it a name of a person that doesn't exist and make it a relative to someone. Like there's so much more. This is why life is a blessing, because you are one of the select few. It's not even like a percentage. It's just like the smallest amount compared to the endless possibilities. You're one of the select few that actually get to exist. And that is the truth. You can't live in a lie. I just clicked. You can't. You got to take the red pill. You got to munch it. Now, listen, you blue pillars, I totally understand. I get it. I get the blue pill argument. Just not me. Just couldn't be me, bro. You got to watch The Matrix, dude. Great action, great, sci-fi, cool visuals, especially for the CGI of the early 2000s. Gotta escape the Matrix, dude. How do you know if you're in the Matrix? Great question. How much news do you watch? How much social media do you consume? Do you get fired up? You get fired up over the news, over what's going on, I feel like most people, and I'm guilty of this, I don't watch the news, but any news I do get is either in conversation, which is chill, or it's on social media. And do you get fired up over what you see? Then that is what they want. Whether you see something true or a lie, if they're getting you fired up, then that's dollars in these people's pockets, in the Matrix operators. I don't think the Matrix is operated by machines like in the Matrix movie, but I think it is operated by evil spirits and maybe manifested in humans. I don't know. But also the Matrix I speak of is not like the movie, like where we're all plugged up into a computer system that's lying to us and giving us these sensations and perceptions and this, vision of a fake reality. I don't think it's that deep. Which, if it was, that'd be freaking crazy. And I might have to take the blue pill. I don't think it's like that. I think the Matrix is Napoleon Hill. I just read this book called Outwitting the Devil. I think the Matrix is what he calls drifting. Like if you're getting fired up over the media and you're spending all this money on these subscriptions and consuming all these things that you're just giving money away for no reason. If you're hooked on drugs, if you're hooked on watching the news, you're addicted to the telly, I think that means you're in the Matrix. You can't read too deep into stuff because you got a life you gotta live, bro. You got a whole life out there that you gotta live, dog. So in the sense of the Matrix movie, I don't believe we're in a Matrix. I think the physical reality I live in is what it is, and if not, I don't know how you can prove otherwise. I gotta find Morpheus or the Oracle or something. It's crazy. It's a crazy thing about though, because in the movie, we would have no idea, because this guy, one of the villains, is eating a steak, and he's like, I know this is fake and this is just a bunch of ones and zeros, but my brain tells me it's real, and so it's real enough for me. And it's crazy. This dude wants to be rich in the Matrix, fake rich. Come on. It's like buying property in the metaverse. What? Come on now. The Matrix, as I say, we gotta escape it, is just being a slave, dude. The slave mentality, victim mentality. If you're always playing the victim card, you are chained to the Matrix, my guy. If you're worried about your feelings getting hurt, or you're too worried about being nice and hurting other people's feelings, dude, I don't really give a shit if something I say is hurtful. Now, how hurtful it is, that matters, because there are things that just hurt more than other things, I was sparring today, some strikes are gonna hurt, not all of them, but I'm trying to learn how to be hurtful to an extent, in case I have to use it for self-defense. I might say something that's hurtful to someone. It might be a little jab, but it's not that hurtful. If you are trying to not be hurtful at all, then you're too worried about being nice, because you're probably worried about your own, how you appear to others. Just say what's true. Be honest with people. Now, if you say something that is the most hurtful, just out of malice, that's not cool. Just if I were to, I don't know, torture somebody, that's extremely physically hurtful, rather than, my buddy says something he shouldn't say, or does something, and I just whop him on the shoulder or something, that hurts him, but it's not as hurtful as torture, waterboarding. I feel like I'm getting into overthinking here, but it's actually pretty simple. You must break the chains of the slave mentality, Mr. Anderson. Have a great day and a blessed life, Mr. Anderson.